My channel, The Coins World.
Welcome back to my channel, The Coins World. Today, we dive deep into the fascinating story of the Philippine. One Piso 1977 coin. This piece of currency may look simple at first glance, but it carries with it layers of history, national identity, and even stories of economic shifts that shaped the Philippines in the late 20th century. Sit tight as we unfold its tale, because by the end, you'll see how this coin is more than just metal. It's a symbol of resilience and pride. The 1 Piso coin of 1977 belongs to the Ng Bagong Lipunan series, a coinage line introduced under President Ferdinand Marcos. This series was launched after the declaration of martial law in 1972, and the name itself, Ng Bagong Lipunan, meaning the new society, was meant to signify the government's vision of a disciplined, reformed nation. Every coin from this era is not just money but also propaganda, carrying a strong political message. On the obverse of the 1 Piso 1977, we see the portrait of Jose Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines. His calm yet determined gaze has long been a reminder of the country's struggle for independence and intellectual awakening. Choosing Rizal was a deliberate act, linking the new society to the ideals of sacrifice, reform, and progress. The reverse of the coin shows the national seal of the Philippines, flanked by the words Republica ng Pilipinas and the year of minting, 1977. Below it, the words Ng Bagong Lipunan stand, proudly embedding the ideology of the time into everyday life. Imagine holding this coin in your hand. During the 1970s, it wasn't just money, it was a piece of the government's narrative. The coin was struck in nickel brass, giving it a warm golden hue, measuring 27 millimeters in diameter. It had a weight of around 7 grams. This gave it both durability and a distinct presence in one's pocket. Its golden shine often led people to associate it with higher value, even though it was just 1 Piso. In 1977, the Philippines was undergoing great economic and political challenges. Inflation was rising, imports were costly, and the government heavily promoted nationalism. Coins like the 1 Piso became tools for building a sense of national unity. Carrying Rizal's image every day reminded Filipinos of their heritage and the vision of freedom that leaders often invoked. The Bagong Lipunan coinage was not only about money but also about symbolism. By minting new designs, the government was attempting to mark a new era. The 1 Piso of 1977 is an excellent example of this attempt, as it blends heroism, state authority, and economic function. For collectors, the 1 Piso 1977 is a gem. It represents a specific time when coins were more than currency. They were instruments of storytelling. The simple yet bold design makes it attractive to numismatists worldwide. The political backdrop of this coin is crucial. By 1977, martial law had been in place for 5 years. The country was under tight control, and propaganda was woven into many aspects of life. Coins were one of the most visible and constant mediums to remind people of the new society vision. Yet, beyond the politics, this coin became part of everyday Filipino life. From buying food in markets, paying jeepney fares, or contributing to church collections, the 1 Piso 1977 circulated through millions of hands. Each coin carries traces of history, stories of ordinary people surviving, working, and dreaming. The design choice of Jose Rizal was particularly fitting. Rizal's advocacy for education, reform, and national identity resonated deeply in the Filipino consciousness. His image was more than decoration, it was a reminder of sacrifice and enlightenment. The nickel brass alloy used in this coin was not accidental either. It was chosen for its durability and cost-effectiveness. In a time of economic uncertainty, the government needed a coin that would last, and the 1 Piso 1977 fulfilled this requirement. From a numismatic perspective, this coin is valuable not just for its metal, but for its story. Collectors prize it because it reflects both political history and cultural pride. Well-preserved examples of the 1977 1 Piso often attract attention in auctions and online platforms. In fact, the coin market has shown that versions of the 1977 1 Piso in uncirculated or mint condition are in high demand. Collectors on eBay, Etsy, and other auction platforms often seek these coins as part of their Philippine coin series. For everyday Filipinos, however, the coin is nostalgic. Many remember using it during their childhood or seeing their parents and grandparents keep it in jars or purses. Nostalgia is a powerful factor that makes coins like this even more valuable emotionally. The 1977 1 Piso also reflects how coins carry identity. Every nation stamps its heroes, seals, and slogans onto coins, and in doing so, they create a small canvas of history. This coin is a perfect example of how everyday currency becomes a record of time. The Bagong Lipunan series was gradually phased out in the early 1980s, replaced by new coinage designs. However, the 1977 issue remains one of the more collected dates because of its association with a politically charged era. Interestingly, some collectors view this coin as controversial. On one hand, it celebrates Rizal and national pride. On the other, it is a product of martial law propaganda. This dual identity makes it a fascinating piece of history. Today, the 1 Piso 1977 can be found in coin shops, online listings, and private collections. Prices vary depending on condition, but its historical value always outweighs its monetary worth. Coins like this remind us that history doesn't always live in museums. Sometimes, it lives in the palm of our hands, in the form of coins that once jingled in the pockets of millions. The Philippines of 1977 may feel distant, but coins like the 1 Piso bring it closer. They serve as time capsules, carrying memories of political slogans. History of the Philippine 1 Piso coin from the year 2010, a piece that not only carries the face value of the national currency but also holds the echoes of the country's past, its struggles, its triumphs, and its continuing evolution in the modern world. The 1 Piso 2010 coin belongs to the new generation currency coin series, a pivotal series that symbolizes modernization while staying deeply rooted in the Philippines' history and identity. The 2010 1 Piso coin features the iconic portrait of Jose Rizal, the national hero of the Philippines, whose life and writings inspired the movement for independence during Spanish rule. The decision to keep Rizal on the 1 Piso denomination demonstrates the coin's role as a circulating reminder of patriotism, education, and the pursuit of freedom. It was designed to instill national pride in every Filipino who used it in daily transactions, linking everyday life to the country's historical narrative. When the 1 Piso coin was released in 2010, the Philippines was undergoing numerous changes: economic, political, and cultural. This coin was a part of the broader monetary reforms by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas (BSP) aimed at strengthening the economy and modernizing the country's currency system. Unlike earlier issues, the 2010 Piso emphasized durability, resistance to counterfeiting, and ease of recognition for the public. The material used in the 2010 1 Piso coin was nickel-plated steel, a practical choice that provided strength, longevity, and a silvery appearance that distinguished it from lower denominations like the Centimo series. This decision also reflected the government's concern for cost efficiency in minting coins that would endure heavy daily use. On the obverse side, Jose Rizal's portrait is prominently displayed, accompanied by the words Republica ng Pilipinas and the year of minting, 2010. The reverse side carries the denomination 1 Piso along with the official seal of the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. These design choices combine both national identity and institutional authority, symbolizing a balance between heritage and governance. The introduction of the 2010 Piso also aligned with the Philippines' continued participation in global trade and tourism. Coins like this, although often overlooked, become silent ambassadors of the country's culture to foreigners who encounter them. They serve not only as mediums of exchange but also as carriers of national stories, traditions, and values. One fascinating aspect of the 2010 1 Piso coin is its place within the transition of Philippine coinage. Prior to its release, coins bore different stylings, but this series began a shift toward more modern and uniform designs. Collectors today see the 2010 Piso as an important marker of that transition, making it more than just a coin but also a collectible that tells the story of change. The introduction of the 2010 Piso also aligned with the Philippines' continued participation in global trade and tourism. Coins like this, although often overlooked, become silent ambassadors of the country's culture to foreigners who encounter them. They serve not only as mediums of exchange but also as carriers of national stories, traditions, and values. One fascinating aspect of the 2010 1 Piso coin is its place within the transition of Philippine coinage. Prior to its release, coins bore different stylings, but this series began a shift toward more modern and uniform designs. Collectors today see the 2010 Piso as an important marker of that transition, making it more than just a coin but also a collectible that tells the story of change. The coin also highlights the respect and reverence the Philippines holds for Jose Rizal, placing him on the 1 Piso coin ensures that millions of Filipinos are reminded of his ideals each day. Rizal's legacy, encapsulated in this small piece of metal, serves as a constant nudge toward unity, courage, and sacrifice for the betterment of the nation. During this period, the Philippine economy was growing steadily, and the BSP's decision to maintain strong, durable coinage mirrored the drive to strengthen the country's financial institutions. A robust monetary system required coins that could withstand circulation for years without deterioration, and the 2010 Piso was crafted precisely with this in mind. Interestingly, while most people used the 2010 Piso coin for daily transactions, coin collectors began recognizing its importance. In numismatic circles, these coins were often valued for their role in the evolution of Philippine currency rather than for rarity. However, pristine uncirculated versions and error coins from the 2010 series have occasionally caught the attention of collectors, fetching higher than face value in auctions and online sales. The production quality of the 2010 Piso also reflected the BSP's effort to standardize coin sizes and appearances. This helped reduce confusion among the public and ensured that vending machines, counters, and banks could process coins more effectively. Such practical considerations may sound mundane, but they highlight how deeply connected coin design is to everyday life. Another important historical note is that the 2010 Piso coin is part of the last generation of Philippine coins before the new generation currency series was fully redesigned in 2018. This means that it holds a unique transitional value, bridging the gap between the older and newer styles of Philippine currency. The 2010 Piso, therefore, is not just a coin of metal but a symbol of national unity, economic growth, and modernization. For many Filipinos, it represents stability, as the 1 Piso denomination has been a fundamental part of daily life for decades. Its continued presence reinforced the reliability of the peso as the backbone of the